Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to do a crime hour. We're going to see what the crime is that needs to be exposed today. Keep in mind it's general. This can be past, present, future. You will know best how this fits in the story for you. Let's just see what's going on. What's the crime, guys? What is the crime? What is going on in the collective, holy angels? What needs to be exposed today? What's your message here for the collective? Let's see what's going on. The Eight of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the King of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay, so it looks like there... Okay, well, so my first initial feeling is that there is a family here that has been working on something. Now, I'm not sure who this Eight of Swords is for. If this is what this family had planned for you, a family planning and trying to get you locked up, or if they're trapped now because of some sort of a plan that they were working on. Let's see what this is. Why is the Eight of Swords here for the collective? The truth. Ace of Swords. So it kind of looks like someone else is being trapped with their lies, possibly, because the truth is coming out. Oh, they're exposed. Look at that. Seven of Swords in reverse. Someone is exposed. Okay. Love seeing that one. Yeah. Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Wands. They have to release something. They're losing stability. They can't hold on to something anymore. They can't hold on to control. Yeah, so someone's exposed. It's always a happy day when that happens, right? Okay, what's the Ten of Cups? The Five of Wands. There's a family argument here. The Fool, they're fighting. People are arguing about a risk that someone took. The Emperor. There's people fighting about an Emperor. Okay, what's the Eight of Pentacles? The Three of Wands. Oh, it's a plan. Two of Swords. But they don't see things clearly. They're gonna lose. Six of Wands in reverse. So whatever this plan was, I don't know if they're planning something currently or this is the past, but whatever it is, they didn't see things clearly, okay? Or they don't see something clearly. That they're defeated. This is defeat. This is public humiliation. It's a fall from grace. They didn't see this clearly that they were going to lose. Oh, no. Well, that sucks, right? Tell me more about this Eight of Swords, please. The Knight of Wands. Yes. Okay. The Chariot. This is quick action. The Moon. They took some sort of quick, very determined, very fiery action forward. Someone wanted to move forward quickly and passionately with a lot of determination. In secret here. Okay, what's this? What's the Moon? Oh, towards an official person. So they were doing things in the dark here with an official person. They thought that they were moving in secret in the dark. Okay, what's the Ace of Swords? Imprisonment in reverse. So this could, like, it could also be that they tried to get you trapped. Maybe somebody tried to go towards an official person or towards the police or whoever this is to get you locked up. Maybe someone wanted to trap you. Now the truth is coming out, though. They're exposed and you're not trapped. You're not being imprisoned here, okay? What's the Seven of Swords in reverse? Change. They're exposed. Something big is changing. There's a big change coming because they're exposed now. What does family do here? Ten of Cups. A breakup. This family did something, or there's a breakup in the family, or the family's falling apart. Something about a breakup. What's this? A self-absorbed narcissist. Oh, okay, so we have a self-absorbed narcissist here in a family situation. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting. Want a date. What's that? A King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so we have a King of Cups in reverse who could be the self-absorbed narcissist here that went towards the justice system. Okay. Tell me about this King. Who's this King of Cups in reverse? Who's this? This is a wealthy man. Or this is someone who thought they were going to be the wealthy man by going towards the justice system or something with an official person. A main male. Okay, so it's a main male. Man, they're all flying out of my hands right now. A main male thinking they were going to become the wealthy man in court. Salty about a breakup. Salty about a family situation. Someone liking you. Romance is blooming. It's a self-absorbed narcissist who maybe tried to create some sort of legal drama for you. 5 of Wands. Oh, look at that. High honor comes out. Yeah, they definitely did. They definitely went there. This is definitely someone that tried to create legal drama for you. So it's kind of picking up from the collective reading I just did. What's the 8 of Pentacles? Or what's the 8 of Pentacles? A false person. A false person had a plan. They always do. They always scheme, right? They love scheming and plotting, but now they're defeated. Oh, and they're in despair. Oh man. Yeah, they're hurting. They're hurting right now. They're sad. They didn't see this coming. They didn't realize they were going to be defeated here. Oh yeah, because this is a snake here. A narcissist who thought they can charm and use people is in despair because they were so sure about their plan working, trying to get you trapped and stuck in legal problems. Oh, they were so sure this was going to work. Yeah, I bet. They're always so sure of themselves, these narcissists, right? Okay. The Magician. They think that they are a master manipulator. Yeah. And most narcissists do. They think that they are amazing and manipulating and making everything go their way. Narcissists need everything to go their way, okay? It always needs to be about them and what they want. And they think they are a master at manipulating everyone around them. High Priestess. Yeah. The Page of Wands. Yeah. That's the message. That's the message, okay? It has to do with some sort of communication that they're receiving here. 4 of Cups, they're upset about something with the authorities or with the courts. They're unhappy. They're unhappy about some sort of news. Oh, poor thing. You poor thing, you. Right? So, what's this? Occupation. It was their plan. It's like, but I had the perfect plan to get someone in legal trouble. It was such a great plan. Yeah, that's what you think, man, okay? That's what you think. So, not today. Someone doesn't want to talk. Leave me alone, okay? I'm not picking up your phone call. Avoiding a conversation. Not dealing. Hurt. Still angry. So this is someone that's hurt by you. Yeah, it's kind of picking up back from collective reading. So I feel like that these are going to tie in together in some sort of way. This is probably going to be about what this person did, okay, to get revenge on you, because you don't want to deal with them and they're hurt about it. They're hurt. They're still angry with you, okay, because you have boundaries and you're not reminiscing about them at all. You don't want to make memories with them. No, you've learned from the past and you said no thank you, okay? So, yeah, okay, so that's what this is. This is more about this. So, okay, anything else we need to know before I go into the crime cards with this one? Yeah, Magician in reverse. This is manipulation. Or it's the fact that this person's manipulation is no longer working. It's not. Their manipulation has no power. High Priestess in reverse. They are not the High Priestess. And the thing is, down here, look at this. That's crazy that they just came out together and both of them in the reverse. Look at that. How insane. That's insane. That is insane. This person their manipulation, it doesn't work. This person is a dark high priestess in the reverse. They use their intuition, or if I don't even think they have intuition. This person doesn't have any intuition. I'm not feeling it. I feel like they think they're a master manipulator. They can make anything go their way, but they did not listen to their intuition that this would not work, that they don't have the power that they think they do. They are not as persuasive as they think they are. I feel like this person thinks they are very persuasive, and they can come across as being very convincing, okay? But they're not. They're upset that you're a high priestess, master manifester, or what is this? Or this is who they thought they were. I feel like they thought that they were this. They thought they were, but they're not. They are not what they think they are. They're actually just a narcissist that thinks they are something that they're not. Right? That's how it usually goes anyways. Okay. Yeah, and now the cycle is closing out here, the hermits, because of some sort of an investigation. I mean, we are talking about high honor and official people here. So this could be about some sort of an investigation possibly. Yeah, the past is being investigated, okay? And they're very unhappy. This is bad news. Oh, they're getting bad news, and they're very, very unhappy about this. Very, very unhappy. This is really bad news. Something from the past being investigated, that is bad news for them. Well, yeah, it's like this person tried opening up a can of worms in your direction, and then they got like a can of whoop ass blasted in their face. That's what this kind of looks like. Yeah, I think I went straight back. It went straight back. That's what I mean. It's like, oh, you want to open up a can of worms over here? Whoop ass straight in your face. Your spirit guides are like, they whipped that grenade back in that person's face. If this person tried throwing a grenade at you, it got whipped straight back into their own territory. Okay, it's like, get that shit out of here. Wheel of Fortune. I don't think so. Yeah, your spirit guides, they saw that. They saw this person try to do that. They're like, oh, you want to try it today? You think you're going to try it today? You think you're coming over here with that shit today? Whoop ass straight back in your face. Okay. Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, no, you're not coming over here hurting the collective. I don't think so. Take that shit somewhere else, King of Cups. What do you think you're doing, man? Who's this King of Cups in reverse, huh? Trying to open up a can of worms in your face, working together with other people. Thinking that they're going to come out of poverty and come out of their own hard time by ending something for you. Or it's a Scorpio, I don't know, okay? Yeah, no, they're not seeing things clearly at all. They're not. This person is pretty delusional, okay? I think that this person really thinks they're the magician and the high priestess. They think that they're like moving in the shadows and they're super smart and no one's going to catch on. This is like a criminal that thinks they're going to get away with everything, and they don't realize they just left like so much evidence at the crime scene. Like, this is someone that thinks like, look, they're like, oh, I'm going to put the gloves on. I'm not going to leave any fingerprints. And then they walk through the crime scene with like their shoes and leave footprints everywhere. You get what I'm saying? It's something like that. Like, they're delusional. Or they didn't realize that, look who's back at the bottom. Or they didn't realize that there was like CCTV cameras everywhere and they saw them driving away with their license plate. It's like something like that. Really. Oh, you think you're going to open up a can of worms here? Well, watch this, Mr. King of Cups, whoever you are. Delusional. Didn't realize, I picked up on the download, and then, yeah, I didn't even realize that with these cards. It's like they didn't realize they were being seen. Two of Swords, the Sun. They didn't see that they were already being seen. That's what I'm picking up now. They didn't see they were already being seen. They thought they were going to have victory and success with a relationship. But they didn't realize they were already being seen. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, oh, well, what was that thing on, there was a new documentary that came out on Netflix where these people were thinking about robbing that diamond, right? They wanted to plan that that diamond heist. And they didn't realize that the whole entire time they were trying to rob that diamond, they were already being watched. It's something like that. Right? That's what this is giving me. Yeah. So let's see what's going on here, guys. So let's see here. What's this person doing here in secret? Official person. Very determined. Driving by. Job or business. The Middle East and J. Deposit. J and the Middle East. Driving by. A job or business. South America. Dead. J. They thought they were doing something in secret here. J. X. And a drug test. Doing something in secret with a drug test. Deposit and debt. D. Affidavit. The plan for this one, the S word, trying to bind something to someone. D. The plan to bind something to someone. D. Or is it drugs? DD, drugs, with an affidavit. Job or business. A scam. V. Water, contract. Where'd it go? Rico. Crime, beauty industry. They tried to bind a crime and a scam to you. That was the plan with an affidavit, or they tried to bind a crime and a scam to a job or a business in the beauty industry with a contract. Affidavit. K. The office. But the smoking GUN has something to do with a post box and some sort of sexting. This is Y investigation. So yeah, the investigation. So they try to get you investigated here with an official person through some sort of an affidavit, some sort of sexting here by, I mean, the office, I don't know if they try to say you work from home or something like that. The Middle East and J, they try to bind a scam or a crime to your job or your business and something with the beauty industry and someone driving by. They wanted to intimidate someone here with a letter. E. But there's a witness, or they came forward as a witness claiming they have some sort of receipts, and this has to do with getting something in their jurisdiction or getting something to someone else's jurisdiction. Okay, so basically somebody went towards an official person here, coming forward as a witness. They gave an affidavit, and this is how they try to get you imprisoned or investigated here. They try to say something about your job or your business. They try to tie a crime and some sort of debt to your business. And that's how they try to get you messed up. Okay, so this action they took was like an affidavit or a witness statement. Okay, so what's the truth here? The Ace of Swords, the truth is coming out. About something to do with debt collection, debt collection, debt, and a landlord. C. Phone call. A molar informant in the system and a chronic illness. Somebody coming to your house claiming they're a debt collector. Is that what this is? Homeland Security, Customs, Zoll. Someone from Homeland Security, Customs, or Zoll could have come to your house in the past. Landlord. On the basis of a debt collection. Somebody could have come to your house in the past, claimed that they were there because of debt collection. Why is that coming out? This person being a molar informant in the system. A neighbor. This has to do with a neighbor. Neighbor and a landlord running away. Or did a neighbor or your landlord or somebody that lives near you find out that somebody in some customs, so Homeland Security, came to your house for debt collection purposes? They heard it on the device. They found out over the device. So if there was a listening device in your home, they heard that someone came to your house because of debt collection. That somebody might have come over to bring you a paper. Like, this is giving me, like, you know, what's it called? Like they'll come to your house with an official letter from the court saying that they're there to collect a debt, like a repo. Like they're there to assess what you have in your home that's worth anything. And if you don't have something that they can take, that they'll then make a plan with you how you're going to pay off the debt. Somebody could have come to your home. And they heard it on the device. Custody. Intimidation, jurisdiction. This has something to do with getting jurisdiction or how they got jurisdiction. The phone call, or they were intimidated about their jurisdiction whenever this person came to your house because of debt collection. There might be receipts that this person was at your house. There might be receipts that somebody was at your house. Somebody from Homeland Security, Customs, or Zoll for debt collection purposes, or for repo, bribe, taxes, sold their soul. Somebody sold their soul for a bribe. Somebody sold their soul for a bribe. So, okay. Trafficking. Car. Traffic and a car driving by. Or is it the person that came by in the car? Or is it the person that came by and pretended to be Zoll, or pretended to be Customs, pretended to be someone from a debt collection company or repo? Who was the person that came by? S. Prosty. Wait a minute. Airplane surveillance. Airplane surveillance? What the hell? Now it's like freaking me out. Like, if somebody came by to your house, like, was that even a real person or was that a fake? Someone pretending to be like from some sort of a debt collection agency. Was that a real person or was that a fake? Despair. Despair about the house. No, it's giving me, if somebody was listening to you like through a recording device in your home or listening to your phone conversations, maybe they were in despair about finding out that someone had come to your house because of an expectation, because they were expecting a divorce. A wealthy man. What the fuck? What do you mean? They were sad. Somebody was sad and upset about something to do with the money. 10 of Pentacles. Somebody here was sad and upset about a lot of money. Okay, why? Not being able to pay, or what is this? The South. W. Insurance. And clothes. The Middle East and receipts. The Middle East and receipts? A affidavit, hitman, and a sacrifice. Wait, what are you trying to say about this debt collection thing? Somebody coming to someone's home, hearing something on a device. What is that? Something about debt collection, a repo, Homeland Security, Customs coming to a house. What is that? Why are you telling me about that? Somebody sold their soul for a bride to drive by in a car, to come by to someone's house in a car. What are you trying to tell me with that? That somebody was corrupt. Attack. So that person was corrupt. A corrupt truck driver, DNA test. A warrant. That a warrant was corrupt, or somebody that was corrupt tried to get a warrant. Your ex who's corrupt could have wanted a warrant out for your arrest. Counterfeit. The warrant was counterfeit. Your ex who could have got a warrant out for their arrest did something corrupt with their own warrant and made a counterfeit warrant. International. And it got traced back. That someone was wearing a disguise. W. Someone was wearing a disguise. Yes, this person was wearing a disguise. Yes. Vacation. This has to do with someone on vacation or going on vacation. Yes, somebody that was corrupt is wearing a disguise. They had a counterfeit warrant. They sold their soul. C. Cocaine. Somebody sold their soul. Airplane jurisdiction. To get jurisdiction about someone traveling on an airplane. to get jurisdiction because somebody was traveling on vacation with an airplane. They used a counterfeit warrant to get jurisdiction about someone traveling on an airplane on vacation. The fuck is this? E and prosty. SAS. They got jurisdiction because someone was traveling on vacation with an airplane surveillance. What the fuck? Crown chakra. I don't know what this means, but it means something to you, I guess. Crown chakra. They're projecting something here about opiates. And somebody, but your angels are helping you. You're protected by angels. You're getting help because you're protected by angels. This has to do with someone in possession of cash. Like what? Like coming to your house, pretending to be Homeland Security, asking if you have cash in your possession or what? L-I-I-L. Game over with this offer. Stalker. Game over for this stalker. And their malicious intent. But what was exposed here? What exactly was exposed here? T. An agreement with T. And debt collection. An agreement for debt collection. An agreement to what? Have someone come to your house pretending that they're there for debt collection purposes? What the fuck? Murder. Prosecutor, district attorney. GP. An agreement for debt collection. Prosecutor, district attorney, Homeland Security. An agreement to come over to your house. A mechanic, a trade job, an electrician, and opioids. Lying. Because they're lying about opioids and someone traveling. How does this all tie in together? Wait a minute. Throat chakra. Something that they said was a lie. Something that they said was a lie. They're lying. Something about traveling in an airplane. Airplane surveillance. So this person might have come to your house before you had to travel somewhere in an airplane. Why is that important though? This person came to your house before you had to travel with an airplane, go on vacation. But why is that coming out with a disguise? That's fucking weird, man. Someone coming to your house saying that they're there for debt collection before you travel on an airplane. Because of a betrayal. with a cleaning service, because of a betrayal with a cleaning service. Cyber stalking and L. SCSC. Bribe and a chronic illness. Forgery. Forgery on the line. X. Forgery what? Forgery on the dotted line. Somebody got a bribe. For what? For something for a meeting at a hotel. Someone that's retired got a bribe for an accidental death. This has to do with a judge. This has to do with a judge that's GPS tracking someone. A local judge that's GPS tracking someone. That bribed someone because they're a cyber stalker, and this has to do with a counterfeit warrant. Hotel opportunity with a ring or jewelry, and B. And an opportunity with a hotel. Oh, BO. Cover up. Frozen money or assets. An opportunity to have your money frozen or your assets frozen with some sort of screenshots. Because they were negotiating something with a third party here about this. Pulled in for questioning. Someone that came by your house for questions. What the hell? Wi-Fi financial crime. A loan and a breakup. H. What is this? What are you trying to tell me about? You're trying to tell me about some sort of a debt collector. That's what I feel. L. E. Sold their soul. W. ELW. Sold their soul. I. Game over. Again, game over for someone working a trade job or a mechanic or an electrician. Game over because somebody sold their soul for a bribe. Because of a phone. S word. Hacking, because of phone hacking. Game over for phone hacking. J, because there's a contract with J. Because there's a contract with J. There's a letter. There's a letter or a contract, RICO case, a job or a business. There's a contract or a letter. What? For the debt collection? Or what is this? Contract or letter for what? Internet thief. Or something was stolen from the internet. A letter or a document was stolen because of some sort of pharmaceutical drugs and sexting. Somebody stole something. Somebody stole something out of your mailbox. Somebody stole a letter or a contract or a document out of your mailbox? What kind of a letter or some sort of receipts about clothes and the Middle East? What was stolen out of someone's mailbox? Something to do with CPS. Bad news about CPS. There was identity fraud that was done with an illness, a mental illness. Identity fraud, illness, chronic illness, identity fraud. Something was stolen out of someone's mailbox. Somebody stole something out of your mailbox. Thief. This has to do with a letter or a contract. Okay. F. To give F and to give someone an alibi for the metadata. Somebody needed an alibi for the metadata, so they stole a letter or a contract out of your mailbox. Someone that's retired who was planning your accidental death. Someone who was retired who was planning your accidental death stole a letter or a contract out of your mailbox to get an alibi for the about an injury. What do you mean an injury? Something about an injury, illness, chronic illness. What do you mean? What is that? Organized crime at a home, real estate. A, smoking, GUN. What? What was stolen out of the mailbox? Something about a child. Break in. Europe. Breaking in about a child. CPS. This has to do with the affidavit. This has to do with the affidavit and being angry about an affidavit. So they were angry about an affidavit. They were angry about a witness statement that they made. And what does that have to do with someone being a debt collector coming to your fucking house? I mean, what the hell? Or did that happen afterwards? So first they made an affidavit as a witness. Then they heard on a device that you had a debt collector come to your house? Or was that debt collector sent there by these people in a disguise? I'm not quite sure right now. Something about a counterfeit warrant? Something about traveling with an airplane on vacation. Okay, what else does the collective need to know about this person being exposed right now? Someone who's retired, the smoking GUN. Somebody that's retired is being exposed. No, pharmaceutical drugs and a thief. Somebody stole pharmaceutical drugs. Somebody stole pharmaceutical drugs. Or is it about being tired? I don't know. Something about being tired, maybe? Help. The neighbor. A neighbor. There's a neighbor. Backfire. There's something backfiring on a neighbor that stole something. A neighbor that lied in a witness statement. A neighbor that lied about on an affidavit is backfiring on this person. A judge, because of a meeting with a judge. Because of a meeting with a judge about someone doing witchcraft. With text messages, spell work. text messages about someone doing spell work or doing witchcraft. What? Confession. A confession. Foul play. A confession about somebody talking about doing spell work or doing witchcraft in text messages. Okay. They were enraged about CPS. So someone came forward and claimed that you're a witch. They said that you're a witch that does spell work. They were enraged about CPS. Or they were enraged about a child. They said a child needed to be protected because you do spell work or you're a witch. What the fuck? Oh. And this has to do with a contract, FOOF. And this has to do with them trying to cover up something with OF. Betrayal and a wife. Homeland Security, Customs and Soil. Father. They used Homeland Security, Customs and Soil to cover up something with a wife, someone being angry about CPS or a child needing to be protected. They made a confession, or they came forward and were angry about someone doing spell work, being a witch. They had a meeting with a judge. And now something's backfiring on a neighbor because they're a thief. And this has to do with someone that's retired that was helping a neighbor or a judge. Okay? And it has to do with your frozen money or assets. Somehow it ties in to this debt collector. How does it tie into this debt collector that came to your house? Or came to someone's house? Because of someone on the West Coast, or traveling to the West Coast, or going on vacation. Sacral energy. H. Car crash, intimidation. It has to do with a phone call and a doctor. A phone call with a doctor. An internet letter. An internet letter and a phone call with a doctor, or a letter from a doctor. A letter from a doctor. Organized crime when they hacked you. This is organized crime hacking, and it has to do with a job or a business. Trying to burn or destroy the evidence of their malpractice with sexting. It's a mole or an informant in the system that's covering up some sort of trafficking. That took a bribe as an investor, or that was invested in this because of a bribe. With a warrant. Stolen, with a stolen warrant. Someone that's local used a stolen warrant? Somebody that's local tried to get a warrant out for someone's arrest? Or what is this? They sold their soul for social media. And this is good news because of the international bank account number and the money. Or they thought they would be getting good news with a social media account and an international bank account and money. If what? If what happened? With medical records, with S having evidence of someone's medical records. Why did S, whoever the hell S is, so S got evidence of your medical records. What, through hacking or through being a mole or a corrupt person in the system? And they thought this would be good news for them because they would be able to cover up some sort of money bribes. And they used a warrant for this? Or they tried to get a warrant out for your arrest so you can't travel? And this has something to do with a debt collector. What the hell? Somebody coming to your house to collect a debt and to freeze your money and your assets. Or coming to your house to assess, maybe it's not frozen money or assets, maybe it's coming to your house to assess your assets as a debt collector. Okay. Now, anything else we need to know about that? I don't know. It has something to do with the West Coast. A phone call about the West Coast, a phone call about traveling to the West Coast or traveling on the West Coast. Gossip and slander in a cold case. A father. D in a trust fund, yes. Yes, they use their knowledge from about a phone call about someone traveling to gossip and slander about someone in the case. And said that you're running away. Okay, wait a minute. So they knew that you were going on vacation. They knew, or you were about to travel. They knew that you were about to travel because they were listening to your phone calls. They were listening to your phone conversations. Father, maybe you were talking to your dad or something like that on the phone. Corresponding with your father. Corresponding with someone in the family, talking about maybe traveling or something like that, phone call. So they knew about this. They knew that you were traveling. So then what? They had a debt collector come to your house? This is so fucking weird. Or they just knew that you were leaving soon to go on vacation. So they said something about running away. Because of pictures, beauty industry, identity fraud, and an injury. So they claimed that you were running away because they knew that you would be traveling soon, and they were going to use your traveling as an excuse to say you're a missing person or what? To make your case go cold. H. Possessed by a demon, ID card, the Midwest, and sexting. Airplane surveillance. They were watching you traveling. If this person is stalking you, watching you, they're listening to your phone conversation, they're watching your airplane movements or how you're traveling or something like that. They knew when you would be traveling. This has to do with your home, more traveling. Just said it too. This has something to do with you traveling. Secret mortgage traveling. Secret water. Child in Europe. Secret child traveling in Europe. A secret with a child in Europe traveling. What the fuck? Airplane. They tried to say that you're traveling. So wait a minute. This person knew that you were going to be traveling soon because they're listening to your phone conversations, or they have a listening device somewhere, or they're wiretapping your phone, something like that, abusing the system for that. They knew that you would be traveling soon because you were under surveillance. They knew the day that you would leave. So they tried to accuse you of doing this to get a warrant out for your arrest. Right, sicko. In secret. They said that you were going to be running, you're going to try and run away, or they tried to frame you for running away because of something with a child, SA. They could have tried to say you're leaving the country forever, something like that, something stupid like that. Fucking idiot. Because you're running away from something with a child. Gee, yeah, but you're protected by angels. Disgusting. K. Manipulation. Income garnishment. M. Bacteria, virus, or mold. Premeditated. P. Wire. You know what this is even giving me? It's giving me like a virus, like a phone virus or a computer virus or something that there was like malware. It's giving me malware. I don't know if that's how that's how they're wiretapping someone here. If that's how they're wiretapping someone listening to with a device is through like malware or a virus or just some sort of phone hacking. Yeah, this is not some entry level shit, whatever they're doing here, okay? So they knew because of a wire, because of a maybe malware, a virus on your phone, on your devices, listening device. Maybe that's how they're listening to you at all times, okay? Okay. Yeah. They knew that you were going to be traveling soon because of your communication, okay? So they tried to frame you for some sort of child essay, it looks like, and say that you were going to run away because of this. Go to fucking hell for that one, really. Disgusting people. That is, oh, look at this. Dark web opioids. What's that, huh? Debt. They thought that if they put you in debt, so I guess this has something to do with a debt collector. I don't know. Something about a debt collector coming to your house before you're going on vacation. It doesn't have to be like a week before. This could have been months before. But somebody, a debt collector, came to your house. I don't know why that is significant for this, but it is. East Coast. Deposit. Crown chakra, something about binding you to something with malicious intent. So a debt collector is in on it somehow, I guess. A debt collector that came to your house was in on this malicious intent with binding. So a debt collector comes to your house with malicious intent, bribed by whoever these people are that work as moles or informants in the system, Homeland Security, toy, whatever the fuck ever, okay? Whatever fucking organization. Neighbor. And then they have you pay off your debt to some bank account. Is that what this is? Then they have you pay it somewhere specific so that it looks like this and that? Is that what this is? A thief. What do you mean with thief? A hacker. This has to do with a hacker. Little hacker boy. Little incel hacker boy, huh? What the hell? What the hell? How does this tie in? A debt collector. A debt collector and a little hacker. How does that tie in together? Yes. Because you're a threat, that's why. Oh, no, never mind. No. No. Okay, what am I getting wrong then? Secret society. Is the debt, see what I don't understand right now is the debt collector in on the plot? Is the debt collector in on the plot, or did they find out about the debt collector because of the listening devices or the phone hacking, and then they acted after that? That's what I don't know right now. A protective order. A plan. V. It has to do with a plan with a protective order. And a prosecutor or district attorney. So the plan with a prosecutor or district attorney and a protective order somehow ties into this debt collector that came to your house. Wearing a disguise or what? Office. It was a neighbor that got help from someone at the office. Or it was someone from the office that was helping out a neighbor. So the debt collector and the neighbor know each other. So it was a favor. So they found out what about some sort of debt collection, and then they got someone from their office to come over and collect debt, and that's how they got something in their jurisdiction, or what? Backfire. Ooh, what's this? Backfire. Backfire. On what? Frozen money or assets. Yo, frozen money or assets. In possession, foreclosure. Whoever this was is corrupt. Something here is super corrupt. Accounting. Corrupt accounting. Corrupt account. Something they did that was corrupt with an account. To close an account? Something they did that was corrupt to close an account had something to do with this debt collection? Breakup. Third eye recording. R. Eviction. Trying to get you evicted with a recording. Breaking in. Security camera. This has to do with them breaking in somewhere where there's a security camera because they wanted to have you evicted, and they got freaked out that there was a recording on a security camera of them trying to break in to support a child. They're two-faced and deceptive when it comes to this child support. These people are just fucking stalkers. That's about it. And this has to do with somebody, some sort of pharmaceutical drugs and the smoking GUN. Cocaine. They're exposed. They're exposed for something that they were searching here. Google search, exposed, a deal. that someone was coerced. B, on a vacation. Or they didn't want to be exposed for something that they felt like they were coerced to do on a vacation, which was break into someone's house. They didn't want to, so there was a security camera in the home when they tried to break into someone's house while someone was on vacation. And then they felt like they were coerced into doing it, got freaked out about the fact that they helped someone break into the house and there was a security camera. Oh yeah, they didn't want to be seen as a stalker and someone breaking in somewhere as a stalker, smoking GUN. Security camera, a security camera. Security camera and an account. A camera account. P, an accountant. Accounting? Meeting about witchcraft and street drugs. So someone felt like they had been coerced into breaking into someone's house. They made some sort of a witness statement and an affidavit about you, and then they had something about a debt collector coming to your house, and this somehow ties in to them or is that what was said before? See, now I don't know. Is it okay? Wait a minute. When did they say there was some sort of essay, something with a child? Was it while you were on vacation and they broke in? Or was it before your vacation and they tried to stop you from leaving to go on vacation by getting a warrant out for your arrest? I mean, it's just, I feel like, I don't know, it could be, I don't know. Mortgage. Something about something happening at the home. Mortgage. K. Sexting. B. B-I-K. K-I-B. It was malicious intent. Something that they stole was malicious intent. Something they stole from someone's house was malicious intent. Or something that they stole. K. Help. Someone was helping someone. A neighbor was helping someone. V. Something that they stole was malicious intent. A neighbor. Street drugs and witchcraft. Because they accuse you of witchcraft and drugs. And they tried to intimidate someone. T. With a gift or a present. Something was falsified and fabricated. No, something was falsified and fabricated. What was falsified and fabricated? An email. Something with a mail trap. Something that they tried to trap you with was falsified and fabricated. Some sort of an email. Some sort of a mail. Spell work, subpoena, dirty official. Why do I feel like it's whoever came to your house with that letter and that document? The debt collector was a dirty official. Something was falsified and fabricated. What? That order? Possessed by a demon. Something about traveling. G. Something about what happened before you were traveling or while you were traveling. Something was premeditated. The debt collection. The person that came to your house to collect debt, or that pretended to be a debt collector or something like that. I don't know if the document, the letter that they came with was falsified and fabricated. The subpoena that they came with was falsified and fabricated. Then why did this debt collector come to someone's house? because of a virus. Because of a virus? You're protected by angels when it comes to this meeting about a breakup. Why did this debt collector come to the house? They came by to ask you questions, but this was a scam. Yeah, they asked you questions. 100% they asked you questions. If this person said they're a debt collector, they asked you questions about your income, what kind of jobs you do, what kind of money you make, what kind of assets you have. So some sort of questions they were asking was a scam, them driving by as a debt collector. L, something about what they heard on the wire. Something about what they heard on the wiretap. Text messages with an account. This had to do with text messages and an account. B, and an agreement that they had with a disease traced back in custody of somebody that something to do with someone wanting custody and having someone roofied. So the debt collector was a scam. The debt collection was a scam. Whoever came to your house pretending to be a debt collector, maybe they were a real debt collector, but they were hired with malicious intent, is what this feels like, to make a case go cold. To manipulate something about an injury. To manipulate something about an injury, gossip and slander, or because they manipulated or slandered someone about an injury. And this has to do with something happening in Europe, crown chakra. And a contract. Investigation into a copycat. This has to do with an investigation into a copycat and a contract. So this debt collector who came to your house was the person that pulled the case from someone else? Is that what you're trying to say? The law. This has to do with the law looking into something on the dark web. It was because of the plan. It was because of the plan of a prosecutor or district attorney. Because a prosecutor or district attorney had a plan with the law. So a debt collector came to your house to make the case go cold. Car crash. Russia. Motive. This has to do with a Russian and their motives to press charges and a hitman car crash. JM, East Coast. Because somebody that is hacking you or was hacking you saw that there was a threat or sees you as a threat. D, good news. A hacker saw something as a threat or saw you as a threat because of a break-in, because they try to break into your house and you have a security camera. And because of the confession of a truck driver. Because of the confession of a truck driver. Tell me more about this debt collector. Are they involved? Financial crime, M or W and S. Because of a financial crime, MS. Something about the landlord and the phone. Overdose. Something about real estate, A. Your home, your house, bad news. Somebody got bad news at a real estate property, A. When it comes to clothes or an overdose. Or somebody got bad news. That's why tried to overdose you in your home. Wi-Fi. Something about being hacked into your Wi-Fi, man. And they're going to get karma for a DUI. They needed an alibi for some sort of money laundering and an accidental and planning your accidental death. So their alibi for the money laundering and planning your accidental death was this debt collector. A. Something about somebody's name with the letter A, what they did at your property, where they tried to lace something here to affect your heart. It has to do with them being a hacker and something to do with Homeland, Customs, and Zoll. Organized crime. I don't know if that is what freaked them out. Like, I don't know if the debt collector is fake or if it's real right now. Or if they heard about this debt collection from the hacking and that's why they got freaked out. That's why they got scared? Because a debt collector came to your house. So maybe the debt collector is real. And it freaked them out. And that's why they ramped something up and tried to do something before, said something about you running away because of a vacation, because of a debt collector that came to your house that might have come from a government agency. Okay, if we can't quite figure out what that is right now, maybe it'll come out at a later date, okay? But what is this that they didn't see clearly here about this plan and now they're defeated? What is that? Trafficking. South America, or SA, and a prosty. This plan to frame you as a prosty, possibly, or a plan to frame the trafficking as you being a prosty. Mental illness receipts. They tried to say that you're mentally ill. They tried to claim they have receipts of you being mentally ill. And this has to do with landlord and clothes. This has to do with your clothes and your home. And D thought that they would be getting good news. This could be a Russian or something to do with Russia and the East Coast. Yes. Yes, so whoever this person is, D, could be a Russian. This person thought that they would be getting good news by coming forward with receipts about you being mentally ill and trying to frame the trafficking as you being a prosty, okay? They claimed they had receipts of clothes with someone from the Middle East. F. Or something about the East. East Coast, Middle East, East. Supporting. They were supporting these people because they wanted you evicted. A landlord or whoever this is was supporting these people because they wanted you evicted. With a mole or informant in the system. Okay, so for some reason they thought they would be getting good news with a mole or an informant in the system because they claimed they had receipts about some clothes and something to do with corruption here regarding frozen money or assets. And a stalker. Or this running away. Trying to say that you're running away. They tried to come forward and say that you're running away because of a stalker and an income garnishment. They tried to claim that you're running away because, yeah, the debt collection. So let's say a debt collector came by to your house, okay? And you have to pay off some sort of debt. They're using this to their advantage, saying that you're going to run away because of the income garnishment or because of the debt collection. But the running away, I feel like, was just a cover up to either try and get you arrested or to get rid of you completely. This is someone who works a trade job, a mechanic or an electrician. DJME. This is someone, or they're retired. So maybe they're a retired maintenance worker, a retired electrician, a retired something here, a trade job, okay? Opiates. That tried to put opiates in your food or your drinks. So they try to put opiates in your food or your drinks to say that you ran away, or to say that you got rid of yourself, basically. And they use this information about a debt collection and an income garnishment to their advantage to frame you as a prostitute, to cover up the trafficking. And then they try to say that you're mentally ill. Right, they try to say you're mentally ill, you took yourself out because you're trying to run away from the money, from the debt collection, from the debt. The Midwest. Someone wearing a disguise, R. Airplane, NP. PNR, RPN, an airplane. Airplane. Airplane, airplane, because they knew you were about to they knew you were about to travel with an airplane. This is giving me them setting up your murder, honestly, okay? So they knew you were about to travel with your airplane. They knew that there was a debt collector at your house. They had to cover up some sort of trafficking. So they tried to come forward and say you're a prostitute. They tried to come forward and say you're mentally ill. Then they were going to put some shit in your food or your drink, some sort of opiates or something lethal. And then they were going to cover all of it up by saying that you ran away because of debt. Because of something that they stole from you, robbery. Yeah, they wanted to sacrifice the innocent. Look at this. Whoever this person was, these people, they decided to sacrifice the innocent, which is you, with this, okay, whatever that is. And this has to do with a negotiation about the jurisdiction or about the negotiation of like who has jurisdiction in the case. So if there was a disagreement behind the scenes in an investigation about who has jurisdiction, they didn't want the jurisdiction to be taken away. So these dirty officials, right? So they knew about an income garnishment, and this is what they were going to pin your death on. Because of a security camera, or because of a camera. A secret society, antibiotics, and that's the answer. And that's the answer about the secret society. And a choice that someone made, the choice that someone made to say that you have a chronic illness or that you're mentally ill, or to say something about your illness, which is so interesting considering I've been getting the download the last couple of days to share something about my neck injury, right? I don't know if you have, someone in the collective, you have a chronic illness, okay? And these people know you have a chronic illness, or you struggled with chronic pain in the past. I don't know if that's also something that they tried to say about this. Like trying to say that you have a chronic illness or something like that. Sex at the office. Sex at the office, H. They wanted to make your case run cold by overdosing you, okay? They wanted to make a case about an overdose or someone trying to take you out with an overdose. They wanted to make this case go cold. They wanted to make a case go cold. And tried to bind something to you about being broke. Or they tried to use the debt collection, the income garnishment, the debt, the assets, as a way to bind something to you, saying that you're broke. Yeah, something about the beauty industry, H and the South. But you're protected by angels when it comes to this bacteria, virus, or mold. Or because you were protected by angels from someone trying to kill you with bacteria, virus, or mold. Yeah. Couldn't kill you with lethal bacteria, huh? And mold. And a copycat. So they got some sort of cash for opioids. And I'm assuming this is what they try to put it in. Food or drinks, okay? And then they try to tie your debt to your accidental death, right? Power of attorney. Because of a drug test. Oh, is this what he stole out of the mailbox, huh? Is this what this person stole out of the mailbox? A negative drug test. A negative drug test, okay? Maybe they altered one to make it look like you're on shit, but you're not. And they're angry, enraged about a negotiation. They were enraged about a negotiation. Why? Because of an online business, a secret society. That's the answer. The choice that this secret society made, or the choice to keep something a secret by attacking you, to keep their online business a secret, them attacking you. Why the answer to, or why they attacked you. The answer to why they attacked you, because of a debt collection, because of a debt collector. Because of a debt collector. The answer to why they attacked you, a debt collector? Is that what this is? The answer to why they decided to attack you, because of a debt collector. Or because of some sort of a negotiation about who has jurisdiction in the investigation or something like that. PN. Security camera. D. Beauty industry. A negotiation with S and D about the cash and the beauty industry. A security camera. The choice with the antibiotics at your house with a landlord. Or the choice about maybe just bacteria, antibiotics. The choice with bacteria. The choice they made with a landlord with bacteria to get cash here, S and D. It had to do with a phone call about a protective order, or a phone call how to protect themselves. UK. From the money laundering with someone's intellectual property. The metadata on a fake profile, E, and a driver's license. So what's the answer? The answer about an affidavit, an addiction, or an affidavit they made to say that you have an addiction because somebody wanted life insurance here with a third party and an injury. Gossip and slander. About a divorce and how something changed hands because they were being blackmailed with a false statement, or they were being blackmailed to make a false statement so that something could change hands because of a confession because of the confession of a truck driver. A lawsuit, AU. A copycat committed a crime, or they reported a crime using a copycat. So why was the debt collection there, the domino that fell over? because of privacy invasion, because of a violent crime, July, C, because of privacy invasion, yes. So the debt collection, CO, was a domino because of privacy invasion and a violent crime. Yeah, something about hush money, something about the West Coast. West Coast has come out like 4 times, 5 times. A money or a paper trail and a government agency. A government agency coming to your house, pulling you in for some sort of questioning about a debt collection, a money or a paper trail. It's not, I'm not getting like a clear answer here if the debt collector is in on it or if that's what happened and they caught wind of it and that's what made them try and get rid of you here quickly. Roofied. Lying. It's because somebody was lying. Somebody that was hired was lying. Somebody that was hired was lying. L. R. R. L. R. O. L. VPN at a home. Crime of passion at a home. Because of information about a home. W or M. And a physical disease. Yeah. The sign or messages is that there was a threat or they saw something as a threat. I don't know if they saw the debt collector as a threat. They saw you as a threat in the real estate property. They saw something as a threat here. Something to do with debt collection or something about the jurisdiction or something happening in the background. I can't really tell. There's definitely, it feels like something was going on in the background. Okay, like with the government agencies in the background. Something that you collective didn't see, don't know about. The debt collector, whether it be that they were hired to come to your house in order to get jurisdiction of something, or if they caught wind of it because of hacking and it freaked them out, one or the other, but they started scrambling, okay? They knew you were going to travel. They knew that you had debt. They knew that there was someone that came to your house as a debt collector, and they scrambled to come forward and thought they would get good news by trying to take you out and then blame it on you running away. That's kind of the gist of it. They thought they could kill you, poison you, get rid of you, drug you, and then blame it on the debt, blame it on the debt collector, blame it on something with a child, blame it on you wanting to run away. That's what this looks like, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that, man. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.